Welcome back. It's a murder most foul in Calcutta, and the BJP and TMC since morning have been crossing swords over it. Arjun Chaurasia, a BJP worker, was found hanging under mysterious circumstances in Kolkata a day ahead of Home Minister Amit Shah's Bengal visit. Now, this is his first visit after the BJP's defeat in the state last year. Mr. Shah has called it a political murder. The TMC has denied any hand and instead claimed that Mr. Chaurasia was their man, not the BJP's. Is this a political killing, as the BJP is claiming, or is it a murder/suicide being appropriated by the BJP for political gains? Before the debate, the details of the story.
कल ही तृणमूल सरकार के 1 साल हुआ है। उसके दूसरे ही दिन बंगाल में राजनीतिक हिंसा, राजनीतिक हत्या का परंपरा फिर से शुरू किया है।
Union Minister Amit Shah, who visited Bengal for the first time since last year's assembly elections, is once again crossing swords with Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. The latest flashpoint is the death of a BJP worker in Kolkata. Arjun Chaurasia, a member of BJP's youth wing, was found hanging in an abandoned building near his home in Kolkata.
Hundreds of people, thousands maybe, are here. They are still protesting, and you can see the kind of gathering that is here outside the house, the abandoned building where the body was discovered.
The BJP alleges he was murdered by the Trinamool Congress.
वही पुराना तृणमूली कायदा में मार के उसको झुला दिया गया, और आज इसको क्यों किया? माननीय अमित शाह जी का कार्यक्रम यही पर है, और उस कार्यक्रम को नष्ट करने के लिए इन्होंने साजिश का तौर पर किया।
Amit Shah, who was on a 2-day visit to Bengal, visited Chaurasia's home and demanded a CBI inquiry into his death.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता अदालत के सामने गए हैं कि इसका वीडियोग्राफी के साथ पैनल पोस्टमार्टम हो और इसकी जांच सीबीआई को सौंपनी चाहिए.
The TMC denied any hand in the BJP workers' death. After a bitterly fought election last year, the BJP and the TMC have continued to accuse each other of violence and killings in the state. So is an independent probe the only way ahead?
Putting that question to Riju Datta, spokesperson of the TMC, Priyanka Tibrewal, spokesperson of the West Bengal BJP, Nilanjan Das is a TMC supporter, and Abhijit Majumdar is a consulting editor of First Post. Thank you, first of all, to everyone for being with us on the show and for waiting. I know that we've delayed this debate by a bit. Priyanka Tibrewal, I want to come to you first. Why is the BJP convinced this is a political murder? How does it even know this is a murder and not a suicide?
It's not just that I don't know or I know, it is that I am 101% sure. I'll tell you why. Because Arjun is the same person who was ousted from his house, and on court's order, I personally went to Chitpur police station and I took Arjun and his brother both along with 55 more boys under the same police station, and I ensured that they go back to their houses. Thereafter, on a regular basis, the TMC goons used to threaten him, intimidate him, and his family knows about it. And his family was also telling me the same today. So we also know that the Honorable High Court had said that those who have been ousted from their houses, the state government should ensure and the police should ensure that they go back to their houses. They also said that anything which is related to post-poll violence, whether it is a rape or a murder, it will be handed over to a CBI. So we are very sure that this is a result of post-poll violence, because this boy was not allowed to go back to his house. And today, since he is the vice president...
But Priyanka, help me understand this. How is this post-poll violence given the fact that the election results had come out 10 months ago?
I'll tell you, he couldn't enter his house for a month or two. Thereafter, I took him to his house, as I'm telling you. It is on records in Chitpur police station also, you can find out.
Okay.
So, I'm saying that when the violence is continuing for one entire year, it is not that it has stopped. It is taking place in many other places. Still, people are unable to go back to their houses. It's been a year. It's been a year that people are unable to go back to their houses. And the violence continues.
Okay.
That is the reason again a team of NHRC has been made to come and to assist people so that they can go back to their houses.
Riju Datta, here's the thing. I found it very interesting when the Deputy Mayor of Kolkata, speaking to my colleague Shokoto Mukhopadhyay in Kolkata, said that Arjun was actually not a BJP member or a BJP Karyakarta. He had worked with the TMC in the civic polls. So, which essentially trying to imply that why would we kill our own guy? How are you making that claim when the BJP is so confident that he is from the BJP?
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you just one very simple answer. Every death is mournful. But before the post-mortem is even conducted, a man stood in front of national television and said that this is a political assassination. Unfortunately, that man is our home minister. From the time he has landed in Bengal, he has only done divisive and communal politics, which Bengal rejected in 2021. He should understand that. And, the BJP should immediately stop this vulture politics. It is very unbecoming of him, and the Home Minister looks even desperate in his attempt to defame Bengal. And if there is an investigation, there should be an investigation in the death of Mr. Arjun Chaurasia, but there also should be an investigation that whether this was a political sacrifice by BJP during the time the Home Minister is visiting Bengal to give some political mileage to the Bengal's BJP unit.
No, what are you saying?
Completely irrelevant.
What are you saying? Are you saying that the BJP itself has killed its own person?
The Chief Minister
I am very clearly saying this, that there should be and there is an investigation in Arjun Chaurasia's death, but without the post-mortem, when the Home Minister says it was a political assassination, there should be an investigation whether it was a political
Very grave
by
charge.
BJP
Very grave charge.
Political mileage to BJP Bengal during Home Minister's visit. And I'm saying it very clearly.
Priyanka, very grave charge coming in from the TMC. They are saying this is political sacrifice. That Arjun had to give up his life because Amit Shah was visiting the state and somehow he had to be given a handle to beat the TMC with.
Right. So in the morning they were saying that he was from TMC and now they are saying that we have sacrificed.
Correct.
So I do not understand different versions of their story. Now, the thing is that they have reduced West Bengal to murder, mayhem and massacre. They do not have an answer to this. But I will answer to this also. If he feels that this has been done by us and proper investigation should be done, then it is a failure. Who is the police minister? Who is taking care of the police department?
Can I give a quick rebuttal?
Who is responsible for the law and order situation in West Bengal?
Go ahead, Riju. Go ahead, Riju. The police minister has a lot to respond to. Complete failure in the last 1 year. We've all seen what happened in Birbhum and Nadiyad. Go ahead.
I'll tell you. When the Home Minister is visiting here and Priyanka Tibrewal is, she is the flag bearer of humanity, she should also visit Prayagraj, Lalitpur and other places. I'm not going into all that. I'm just going to say this.
Oh, then what the hell is your
Let
fact-finding committee doing?
Please let me finish.
Those who
Please
jump,
let me finish.
those who
Can
jump
you let me
to
finish?
Uttar
Can you have a
Pradesh?
courtesy rather than being a heckler? Can you let me finish, please? I'll listen to you. My question is
Nobody can heckle
is the
TMC
richest-
goons. I'm sorry.
The BJP is the richest political party in the world. They said that in the post-poll violence, they have lost BJP Karyakartas. They promised them jobs and houses. They have not provided anything. Their leader of opposition was on the road trying to demand chanda. And moreover, they have just used the victims of post-poll violence, so-called post-poll violence, as their props to gain political mileage. They should be ashamed and they should stop their vulture politics.
No,
Enough
we are
of
not
it.
ashamed
Bengal
because
has
chanda is
rejected you.
any day
Please
better
understand
than your
this.
Kashmani ka dhanda.
Abki baar 200 par,
Chanda is any day better than your Kashmani ka
No, Riju, you can say whatever you want to.
Chanda is any day better than your coal scam. Chanda is any day better than the cow smuggling which TMC does.
And the collieries and the border is guarded by BSF.
Yes.
It is a Home Minister
And
scam.
yesterday,
Ask
and
the
that
Home
is why.
Minister.
Can we get back to the subject?
Home Minister was here.
Acha, theek hai. Let's get back to the subject.
You guys were so heckled.
Riju
You
and
heckled
Priyanka,
out in the scam.
why should we reduce this to a slanging, shouting match? Now let's listen to others as well. The point of a debate is that all of us should understand what you're saying and what your point of view is. I know it's a bit fashionable aajkal halla gulla karna, but both of you, have thought through your arguments. So I'll request you not to shout over each other. Let me get in Nilanjan Das, who's a TMC supporter, and then I'm going to go to Abhijit. Nilanjan Das, fact is that this is a three-time chief minister, just by the way. She's not a greenhorn. She knows exactly what she's doing. She knows exactly how law and order in the state needs to be handled. And yet, in the last 1 year, 10 months, ever since she's been sworn in as the chief minister for the third time, look at what is happening in the state. Every day there is something or the other that comes up. Every day.
Well, that's the picture that the BJP wants to draw. I mean, our home minister, he said on चले जाइए आपका जान चला जाएगा ये सब तो होम मिनिस्टर कहते हैं so he wants to paint a very negative image of Bengal and he wants to tarnish the image of Bengal just because he cannot swallow the fact that the people of Bengal have rejected him despite all his nukkar sabhas and everything. So BJP has been completely rejected and their Bengal unit, you know, it's imploding. Every day someone is saying something. Mr. Tathagato Roy, their ex-governor, he said that BJP is a cancer. So this is the status of BJP in Bengal. My co-panelist, Madam Tibrewal,
bad audio.
How she fared in her...
Nilanjan, awful audio. We'll try and reconnect with you. Awful audio. I'm sorry for that. Abhijit Majumdar, just come in here, join in the debate, and tell me about the charges. What do you think of the charges that the BJP is making at this point of time? Look, the TMC is saying post-mortem hua nahi hai. You have already said that this is a murder, a political murder, no less. There have been times in the past, and one of the instances they have quoted is a suicide that happened in Cooch Behar some time back. The BJP said it was a political murder, and after investigations, it turned out that it was a suicide.
There are several aspects to it. First of all, there is a very definite pattern. One must understand that there is a very definite pattern for a very long time. The images of Bengal previously was that of Durga Puja of beautiful lush green countryside with fruits and flowers from the trees and beautiful rivers. What is the image of Bengal now? It is, young boys hanging from trees, lampposts, etc. I mean, the violence has got to a point. Please read all the, submissions to the court and, to other NHRC and other bodies. Please go through them. These are chilling accounts of absolutely wanton violence. And this has been going on. And so it is natural to, if he's a BJP worker, and so many BJP workers have been targeted again and again and again, BJP and RSS workers. And also, by the way, CPM and Congress workers as well, not that much because BJP is the second largest force. And whatever, Trinamool spokespersons may say that they have been the people have rejected BJP and all that, but despite BJP's own serious flaws, stupidities, and also they didn't have, I suppose, enough manpower to man the booths and stuff like that. Still, TMC got 2.9 crore votes, BJP got 2.3 crore votes of Bengalis in Bengal. So let us, and also the sitting chief minister, the mighty Mamata Banerjee, lost her seat. So it is not that BJP sees, TMC obviously is nervous that, they had got rid of CPIM and Congress. We have seen that. I mean, completely washed away the two parties which ruled Bengal for 40, 50, 60 years. We have seen, Mamata Banerjee, all full credit to her brilliant political acumen that completely got rid of the two traditional rivals. But here comes BJP, and also I still emphasize. It is Mamata Banerjee's politics. Things that she has done and shouldn't have done. Has created the fertile right ground for the growth of BJP and RSS.
There is no doubt about the fact that the BJP has turned out to be a formidable opponent in West Bengal, even though Mamata Banerjee won the election conclusively last year. Riju, come in here. I have a list. I don't want to go into all, but I have a list of cases here that have been transferred to the CBI in West Bengal. We also know that currently you have the Calcutta High Court that is hearing the post-poll violence, and this is what they have said. Direct indictment for the TMC government. What is very serious, the court says, is that the state has not responded to offence of murder and rape tabulated as referred to in the judgment of the Honourable Chief Justice. The offences are grievous, serious and heinous. It may be a result of post-poll violence. There's obviously a problem. There is obviously a problem with your state police as well, when the High Court itself, in multiple cases, doesn't have the confidence to let the police probe it and gives it to the CBI. There is a problem, na?
I will say this. Bengal is not Uttar Pradesh or Madhya Pradesh. In Bengal, we have had some incidents, but any perpetrator, irrespective of their political affiliation, are put behind bars. Now, about the High Court, I am not here to comment on the Honourable High Court, but because of these
when
cases,
the girl
please
was,
let me finish. Please,
when
please,
the young girl was gang raped, your Chief Minister said,
please,
I don't know if this is
finish?
rape or this is gang rape or this is love affair. Kya baat kar rahe ho?
Please,
Go
can
ahead.
Please let me finish. And you know, in these cases, the cases that are transferred over to the CBI, unfortunately, we have seen within the courtroom also single bench versus division bench, which is very unfortunate. But at the end of the day, the cases have been transferred over to CBI. Now, I want to ask not just CNN News 18, but media in a general, that when CBI takes over the case, we are very quick to ask questions about what the state law and order is. What has CBI done with these proceedings? Do we not have faith in CBI? But there is also a question. When all these cases have gone to CBI and apparently CBI is the cornerstone of justice and investigation, then the person who's named in the CBI FIR, the leader of opposition, BJP, Shubhendu Adhikari, why is he roaming around on the streets with the Home Minister of this country? What is he doing with the Home Minister of this country? He is named in the FIR of the CBI.
Okay,
Can
we leave it there.
Please answer me that.
Okay, you know, you can probably call Priyanka Tibrewal and get an answer to that, because I've completely run out of time, Riju. So we'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you, Mr. Majumdar, for joining us. Nilanjan Das, unfortunately, your audio was terrible there, so we couldn't come to you really. And Priyanka Tibrewal, spokesperson of the BJP, thank you very much. With that, it's a wrap from me. Thanks for watching.